Hello friends, welcome to Dots of Destiny. Today we'll be talking about the mighty sun, the good and the not so good traits of the sun. Now the Vikram Sambat 2080 started with Gudi Paura on 22nd of March and Ugadi, the new year celebrated by the Telugu and the Marathi community. At that time, the new moon was in Pisces. The sun was also in Pisces. After that, nearly 20 days, 21 days, the sun moved into Aries. Aries is the exaltation sign of the sun. We started our new year, Bengali New Year, Poila Boishakh, with the ingrace of the sun in Aries. Also, Baisakhi, that is the Punjabi New Year. Now, this sun ingrace into Aries is a very significant event. As the sun, we start a Vedic calendar new year nearly, and also the sun gets its full power. Though this time in Aries we have Mercury, Rahu and also Jupiter also coming into Aries. But the sun in its all glory, in its full volume, shines in Aries, as it is the best position of the sun. It is the house of the Mars, sun's best friend, and the sun finds itself very comfortable in Aries. So as the exaltation of the sun shines in Aries, its debilitation sign is Libra. Now in this video we'll find out how the sun behaves in Aries and in its best and in its worst position. Let's continue. When the sun is good in a horoscope, it represents that the person will get power, status, position in society. Mostly, a good sun blesses a person with these things, because after all, the sun is also the luck factor in the horoscope. At a certain level, if the sun is not well placed, then the luck somewhere diminishes in the whole horoscope, as we see. Now sun represents the government authority. So a 10th house sun or a good sun, I have seen they have some good position with the government, working with the government, some authoritative administrative positions, because sun Saturn goes hand in hand with authority and administration. So sun is very important in that regards. Also, the sun is how a person, its vision, the vision of the person is very important, and the sun plays a very crucial role. Visionary, as we call it, has a very good sun in the horoscope. Otherwise the vision is limited and they cannot work in groups. A good sun makes a person very benevolent, warm-hearted, better to work in groups. They love working with people, and they have good managerial skills. That is also very important. A good sun gives this kind of good traits to the person. So another thing is that sun also represents the father. The father figure will have a huge influence on the person's life, good influence. I am talking about a sun which gives and do not asks in return. That kind of a thing is represented by a good sun. A warm-hearted person, a warm-hearted father figure, giving to the society, and they create some kind of mark. People around them feel their presence, and whenever they say or do something, people appreciate that. People say, yes, this man really has a idea of their own. So these are the characteristics of a good sun, and also it pushes the luck high up when we see the whole horoscope. Obviously the 5th house is the luck house. That's the lord of the 5th house is very important for playing the full luck to play in a horoscope, but sun is also equally important. Now the traits of a bad sun. What is a bad sun? The sun, when it is in Libra or afflicted by Rahu, Ketu, something like that, So the sun does not feel comfortable in Libra, which is a sign of Venus. Now here the sun gets debilitated. Debilitated sun is Nicha. Nicha sun has very different characteristics than the Ucha or Swagrihi sun. Ucha sun is Aries, Swagrihi means Leo, the sun's own house. Nicha sun in Libra or an afflicted sun will make a person quite diplomatic in his or her approach towards life. They will usually not take any stand. That is the first thing what I have seen. They try to maintain a very well-built image in the society. They don't want to take a stand, and they try to portray what they are not. That is another characteristics of a weak sun, because sun is the Atman, the soul. If the soul is not confident, then how it will show itself in the world? The thing that it will be showing is not what they actually are. Now that is a very big characteristics how I also identify a person with a weak sun. Also in a weak sun, what is seen is that if a person rises also to a certain level, a point of time comes, the luck slowly deteriorates. It stops giving its grace. So that is the working also of a weak sun. A sudden rise and then a flat curve, or maybe a little bit downfall. That is also characteristics of weak sun. Also the father figure will be demanding, very demanding, because they demand from their child and without giving much in return. The father may be physically absent from their life. The father had not been a very influential person or had a very good influence on the child. Also another thing is that the father can be a little bit of narcissistic attitude. That also seen from a weak sun, because sun totally and wholly represents the father of a person. So all these characteristics we see when the sun is weak. They fail to take decisions. The decisions they take can be rash decisions without thinking much. Vision can be limited. All these are characteristics of a weak sun. So the sun is a very important planet in our horoscope. It gives a different dimension to the horoscope. This is what I have seen for a weak and a good sun. So this was my take on it. Thank you for being my channel. Please like.